Hey guys, version 11.3.2 full self-driving beta test. I have not engaged it yet. Just taking a trip out to visit someone. It's a route I'm mostly familiar with, especially the first leg here. So I will be able to give feedback on if it's gotten a lot better, gotten worse. Every video I've seen from the other YouTube testers has been really good, looking like it's a really smooth update. So there we go, I'll get it engaged. I'm not in control, and then I will speak up if and when I have to take over control, either by a disengagement or an intervention. So you do have to keep your hands on the wheel still. Every now and then it'll prompt you to make sure you have your hands on the wheel. So you'll probably see me doing that. I'm not going to try to trick it. But so a disengagement would be if I actually have to physically take over control, which you can easily do that just taking control of the wheel, hitting the brake. So those are disengagements, you know, taking control of the wheel or hitting the brake to stop the vehicle from doing something that it shouldn't be doing. An intervention would be maybe right here that it just goes too slow, so I would hit the accelerator pedal to get through. That's not necessarily the case here, but sometimes you do have to do that. It's just slow. And then also another example of intervention would be if it's not properly reading the speed limit signs, then you would have to adjust the speed limit manually. But other than that, everything's looking really good, seeming really smooth. I'm actually going to pull up the nav data on my front screen here, because this screen does not do that good of a job. And I like how it's telling me what it's doing, stopping for a stop sign. So I am always paying attention, ready to take over at any point. Everything's good here. But yeah, this is just super smooth so far. But this stretch of road's never really given me an issue. But as we get further down this road, there's definitely some usual, I wouldn't say like necessarily trouble issues, but it doesn't drive like a normal human would, because there's like weird lines in the road. So with this version 11, it merged the two different software suites that the car was using up until now. It had the City Streets, the full self-driving beta, which is currently what it's doing now, not on the highway. It also had the autopilot or navigate on autopilot stack, which is about 4 years old at this point. So this actually merges the two stacks together, no longer uses that autopilot slash navigate on autopilot stack. And now it's just all merged into one in the full self-driving. So right here, normally you should be in this rightmost lane. Now luckily I don't have someone behind me to really cause an issue, but that white line, okay, wow. Alright, it did get over, but see, like, that's not how a human who knows where they're going would have handled this. Should have stayed on the rightmost side the whole time. So we'll be needing to get in the left lane here coming up. Put on the right. Whoa. I had to intervene there and hit the accelerator. It thought, I don't know, it like put the stop chevron up there where it was going to stop right in the middle of the road. I don't know if it just didn't like the angle of that turn. It generally doesn't handle that turn very well, but usually I have to intervene and hit the accelerator to go through it at a reasonable speed so people aren't angry behind me or anything like that. Now, oh, yeah, it was just slamming the brakes a little bit and then it kept going. So we are stopped at the light. It's not reading the red light, but it's showing it's going left. So it's kind of blinking that leftmost red light. So we will be getting on the highway here in a moment. So it'll be interesting to see the differences, because I've been used to the autopilot, navigate on autopilot stack for, yeah, the past 4 years. They did add a new feature, which I didn't even go through the autopilot or full self-driving settings at all. I just started driving. But there's a new one where it'll do minimal lane changes, so it won't go around slow traffic if you don't want it to. Now, obviously, you can manually do that by just hitting the turn signal to go right or left lane, and you can manually kind of pass traffic that way if you have that feature enabled, which does sound like a nice feature for me for a lot of trips, because a lot of trips, like, you know, someone will be like doing like, you know, I want to do like, say, 72 on a 65 and somebody's doing 70 and it passes them, and then there's someone that's going like 80 and then you just kind of jump in front of them. I don't like doing that, so I like kind of being in control of the lane changes, but we'll just leave that on for this trip and see how it goes. Now I should be getting on the right side here, making a right turn. Everything has been great so far. I don't know why it's slowing down there, so I'm intervening a little bit, hitting the accelerator to get around this turn because I do have traffic behind me. I'm not trying to slow anyone else up. We do have a fast vehicle coming up on our left, and we need to be getting in this left lane here coming up in the next 0.4 miles. So yeah, it's obviously seeing them. Now it's putting on the turn signal to get over. Getting over. Super smooth, super smooth. Wow. Very nice. Now we should be getting over again in the left turn lane. Looks like it's wanting to do that, but it's not yet. There we go. Yeah, wow, these lane changes are super silky smooth. I am very impressed. Not that they were like terrible before, but it's definitely noticeable that it's different. Alright, here we go, getting on the highway. This is a pretty complex ramp to get on the highway. We got traffic from the other highway coming down, and then we're all kind of merging in together. So we'll see. Looks like this is going to be a gimme. Yeah. So that should be easy getting over. Yeah, should be easy to get over again, to get actually on the highway. Oh yeah, that acceleration is nice. Yeah. It should have got over sooner, but that's kind of the way full self-driving and autopilot has been, that it waits till the last second to get off the ramp. It's fine. Wow. This is feeling really, really good. it's getting over. I guess it just realizes that truck is going slower, but I don't think it was necessary at that point to get over. We're not even passing anybody yet. Luckily there's no traffic behind me, but still, I don't think that was necessary. Yeah, we'll definitely be passing them because we're going up a mountain here. So definitely the correct move in the long run, but just took it way too soon. It wasn't necessary. Now what I do want to see is that it'll, very shortly after we pass this truck, it'll get back over, get out of the left lane. I do have someone on my butt now. Should be clear to get over. It's not wanting to as of yet. I might have to intervene and put my turn signal on. So I just put the turn signal on, getting over, let this guy pass us if he wants to. Yeah, this car is going slower than we want to go, so we're gonna pass it. Oh man, that is nice. Very nice. I liked how it sped up as it was getting over. Autopilot, navigate on autopilot never did that. Whenever you were passing a slower vehicle, it would wait maybe a second or two after you were in the lane you were changing to until it would start speeding up. Now it's speeding up right as it's getting over, which I do like that. I don't like how it's not getting back over though. I don't like that. I don't like people that camp in the left lane. I don't want to be one of them people. So I'm gonna have to intervene again, put the turn signal on, and we'll just get in the rightmost lane. I don't have any traffic behind me, but still, it's common driving etiquette. Stay right unless you're passing. Okay, so I do see which exit it's going to be taking. I am somewhat familiar with this exit. It has had issues in the past. So we're getting around this slow school vehicle. Yeah, so the exit has had issues in the past where it'll stop much sooner than the actual stop sign. See how it works today with this new software that I just downloaded last night. Now we should be getting over already because we're 1.4 miles away. Generally within 2 miles, at least with Navigate on Autopilot, it used to, within 2 miles, it would get in the lane you need to be in, just so there wasn't a chance of missing your exit. We're now merged with the full self-driving stack, so obviously it's a little different. I'm surprised that it's not getting over though. We're a mile away from the exit. Just gonna let it go. I don't have anybody close to, okay, there we go, now it's getting over. I don't have anybody close to being behind me as of yet. So far so good, nice little slowdown. This is a somewhat sharp turn and I have had issues where it was flying getting off this exit before. Nice to see it's a nice slow approach. Let's see if it stops early here. Hopefully it'll go right through to the right. Okay, yep, looks like it's figuring it out. It would have usually stopped right here. Now, oh, now it is stopping right here. I got someone coming behind me. They're a little weirded out by that. Can't really control that they're on my ass. I'm gonna intervene and hit the accelerator here. I don't know why it wasn't going. Randomly putting on right turn signals where it's not necessary and confusing for people behind me, I'm sure. So it looks like we'll be making a right turn up here at the light. Nice, smooth deceleration. Very nice. Ooh, got a little close to the yellow line there. Everything's all good, but that's a bit closer than I would have done as a human driver. I haven't been this way in years. Slowed down a little bit as it hit the little crest there. Maybe it wasn't quite seeing everything. Freaked out for half a second. Didn't really disrupt anything. Like right here you can see it slowing down. Just trying to make sure it can fully see where it needs to go. Now up here at the top of the next crest, super dangerous intersection where that blue car just came out of. Super dangerous intersection. Tons of accidents all the time. Now, oh, okay, it looks like they've made this a four-way stop now since I've been here through here. The car, oh, yeah, so I definitely had to disengage there. The car was not stopping. That's interesting. I haven't been through this intersection in a long time, but, all right, it's not letting me engage full self-driving. Not sure what's going on. It's not letting me engage full self-driving. Maybe I will pop into this neighborhood here and hopefully we can get it re-engaged for the last leg of our trip coming up. Alright, looks like I have the button now. Alright, it's rerouted. Oh, they still haven't fixed that. For the Model S and X users, it doesn't remember that I have my nav up in that screen. I always want to see that. I want to see what the car is going to be doing, so I'm not surprised. I've never taken full self-driving in this neighborhood. Maybe only been in this neighborhood once or twice before. Definitely not with my Tesla. Seems to be finding its way through. So far, so good. Alright, so interesting situation. We got it did not like that forward-facing car on the right side of the road. Groundhog. Nothing showed up in the visualization. They do apparently have dog visualizations now. in this version, but it must have been too small to recognize it as a dog-sized animal. Alright, so it's creeping up. Nice, very nice. Accelerating a little bit slower than I probably would, but again, this is a dangerous turn here too. Alright, so it looks like we're coming up on our destination, the Valley Green Golf Course. So let's just see. It's looking like it should be turning me in to the parking lot. Whoa. Whew. Okay. I don't think I should be up here. Just coming down, put it in park. Give some thoughts on this drive. Wow. I was surprised it made that really sharp turn into this parking lot. Wow. Whew. Okay, so let's see. So that was a 32-minute drive, 18.4 miles. One disengagement. I had a couple interventions where I had to hit the accelerator going around sharp turns. I had to intervene on the highway where it was just sticking in the left lane. I don't like that. I don't like whenever people do that. So I definitely don't like doing it. But maybe I'll have to go through, check this autopilot. Yeah, so minimal lane changes for current drive. When enabled, full self-driving beta will limit lane changes to only follow navigation route or when required for safety. I don't like how the option gets reset when the car is parked and at the end of the drive. I would just like to keep that on the whole time. Why not? So this is the profile that I have. I got the average setting. It's not assertive. It's not chill. I don't have any lane change notifications, so it just does it automatically. You can set it up so it'll chime, vibrate, or both. I don't need that. Very familiar with the car at this point. Obviously, whenever you get new software updates, you do have to kind of relearn some of the stuff, but a lot of the time, most of the stuff is, you know, straightforward. Doesn't really change the whole time. So it does look like we have the summon, which I've heard some people saying that they don't have summon anymore, but maybe that's because I do have the ultrasonic sensors, where the newer Teslas don't have that. I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. Definitely not perfect by any means. You know, you definitely can't not pay attention while you're driving in full self-driving beta. I would say this is an improvement over previous drives to get down to this way. Although obviously that disengagement, I'm surprised that it didn't see the stop sign, and also that it wasn't included in the map data. Because I would imagine that stop sign's probably been there for a couple years at this point, because that was always a super dangerous intersections. I grew up in this area, so I remember there were always a lot of accidents in that area, because coming in the direction that we were, where there wasn't ever a stop sign, so people coming from the right or left, they would always get in accidents, people coming up that hill. So I am kind of glad that they put that stop sign in there, but the Tesla didn't do anything about it, so that's definitely negative. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Definitely be doing more videos here. There's definitely a lot of other areas that I have constantly had trouble with the previous full self-driving software, so I'm definitely curious to start testing those and see how everything goes with the other issues that I have often. So see you guys. Peace out.